grant money is gone. Okay, the grant money is gone. So what we used it for was the initial startup. And we determined that after, because part of it was renovating the space too, like the glass walls. This was totally renovated from what it used to be. There was no glass walls. There was nothing like that here. So part of the money went into renovating the space and the physical space. Part of it went to purchasing the cool equipment and the materials. And then past that, we do have that policy that people pay for the supplies as they use them, and it's at cost. And then the rest of it, we're going to absorb into our programming budget. And so far, like I said, hasn't been an issue because we haven't done anything in 2 years. So we may have to revisit that model depending on how popular this picks up. So far, it just hasn't been an issue because no one's been using it. So I'm really hoping as it goes along that we find a good balance. But right now it would fall under, I believe, for the most part, the public services programming budget. But like I said, we collaborate. So if public services like, wow, we took a lot of hit, we spent a lot of our money on IdeaBox stuff. I know there are a bunch of team programs. Would you guys be able to pay for some of? We'd say absolutely. So right now the plan is just kind of absorb it into our programming budget.
Any other questions for Julia? I guess I have another one. What, not so much for your idea box, but what type of programming, because I know you guys have been in person for a while, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what kind of programming have you guys been doing of late? Is it all in person, or are you doing hybrid of virtual and in person?
It depends on the program. So adult services do hybrid programs. We had a lecture series that we left it up to the speaker. Are you comfortable in person? Are you comfortable virtual? So half of them are virtual and half of them in person. For youth programming and teen, it's all in person right now. So we don't have any restrictions, which like my face is like, it's great, but also like I don't know. So far it hasn't been an issue, which is great. We've gone back to story times, baby story time. We have greatly reduced just the number of programs we do. We kind of took a look. COVID made us took a hard look at how many programs we were offering versus our staff size. And we made conscious decisions to cut down how much program we're doing. Plus, I know it's been said by other librarians, but we have seen a significant decrease in in-person attendance across the board. Teens especially, I feel like, are hit hard, and we are trying to get into school. So I'm glad Taylor said that we keep trying. Right now, it's pretty difficult for us to get in the schools even. So we're going to keep going with that angle. But we just had a police officer / firefighter story time, and they brought the engines and the kids got free books, and it was a great collaboration. Pre-pandemic, we would have seen like 120 people there. This time we got about 50. So it's about half of what we'd probably normally see yet. So, which in my mind is not a bad thing, because I'm still like, there's still a pandemic going on, like conflicted about some of the programming, but it's been smaller numbers. So it hasn't really been an issue right now. But we're trying. It's nice to have it back in person on one hand, and it's kind of up to staff members. I tell my staff members who have disclosed that they're vaccinated, and I let them know, hey, it's up to you. If you're comfortable leading this program, lead it. If you're not comfortable, then don't do it. You don't have to. So I kind of leave it up to my staff. They know the risks, and they want to see the kids. So we have programming.
Any other questions for Julia? From Allison, are your kits circulating within your system or only available for in-house use?
For everything in the idea box, it's only available in in-house use right now. We do have kids tech toys that are circulating in the system, actually. So we call them STEM kits, and we have kids versions of the 3D printer pens. We have Ozobots. We have Makey-Makeys, Bloxels, which build video games. Squishy circuits. We have a couple different tech toys that we put into classroom kits, and teachers, homeschoolers, educators, scout groups, like girls and boys club coordinators, any of these people who work with staff, or I'm sorry, work with kids, can check them out and then use them for educational purposes. So we do have STEM kits that circulate for kids right now. And I'm hoping, as things go along, as we get funding, we could circulate a couple more pieces of equipment, like in the idea box for adults as well. That's a good question.
Anything else for Julia? Bueller?
Well, thank you so much.
Anyone? Bueller?
Yeah.
Anyone? All right. Thank you, Julia. You did a great job.
Thank you for inviting me. It was really fun to show it off. It was really nice, actually, because like I said,
Well, and it's
I
not
haven't been
beat
able to
up
do
or,
anything with it.
and it's not beat up or anything. So
I know. It's like brand new. Thank you so much, Murray. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right. I guess my other question is, does anybody want to do any sharing? Since we got the 2 virtual tours, does anybody have any other questions about what other people are doing in regards to COVID, or just want to share what's happening at your library in the last few months, or what you're kind of planning for summer? We can spend a few minutes doing that if people want, or we can just leave it there. We're right at 3 o'clock. I guess that's my answer. I hear nothing but crickets at this time. All right. Well, thanks for joining the first virtual meetup of 2022. Hopefully we'll try to plan one probably in August after people are finished up with their summer library programs. So that's it. So thanks for joining us today, and thanks for supporting YSS.